Thought I'd wear my black Phillips shirt for this review. It's kind of appropriate, but not really. Went out to see Sheep Detectives with my wife, my brother, and my mother for Mother's Day. My mom's been dying to see it. For those of you who don't know, that's the new sort of like Who Done It, starring Hugh Jackman. He plays this farmer. He's got like this land of sheep, this farm full of sheep, and he's like they're all his pets. You know, he's good to them. He treats them kindly. They're not for like meat or anything like that. And every night before he goes to bed, he sits out on the stoop of his trailer and he reads them basically like all these whodunit stories. I think Homeward Bound and Clue kind of colliding at 100 miles per hour. I have to say, well, first of all, the cast is really great. You know, you had the dude who plays Murray from Flight of the Conchords doing the dopey sheep. Patrick Stewart does the voice of like the older sheep. Damn, who am I forgetting? Oh, Elaine from Seinfeld. What's her name? Hey, Caitlin. Elaine from Seinfeld. What's her name? Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Thank you. That's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Louis-Dreyfus, whatever. The chick from Seinfeld. She's one of the sheeps. Yeah, just all around good cast. And you got like all these suspicious characters, including like, you know, a rival farmer. You got like the butcher. You got the priest. And there's all these like weird ways. The old farmer seems like very he's got sort of a confrontational relationship with most of the town for varying reasons, you know. So everybody's a suspect. But essentially, yes, this man winds up murdered one night. The sheep happen upon his body in the morning, and they decide to solve the mystery themselves because the police lieutenant or captain, whatever the hell, he's like a stumbling, bumbling idiot. He has no idea what he's doing. So the sheep use their powers of deduction that they've gained from all the books that the farmers read to try and solve his own murder. I did have a very fun time with this movie. It was just fun as like a whodunit that's appropriate for kids. But it also had like a surprising amount of heart, you know, because there's this one particular sheep character who remembers everything. The sheep as a herd sort of have this ability when they don't want to remember something, they just count down from 3, close their eyes, and then they all simultaneously forget it. But there's one sheep who can't forget, and he knows all the darker things, you know, about the world. Like, you know, he's lost sheep. He knows like what the slaughterhouse is and everything like that, you know. And there's one scene where the main sheep like asks him like, "You remember everything?" And he goes like, "Yeah, I do," you know. And she's like, "How do you?" You know, basically go on. And he's like, "Well, I remember the good things too. I remember my friendships and the people that I care about and stuff like that." So again, very like, you know, it's a very emotionally poignant movie, I would say. It's also a great family film. It's got like something for everybody in it. Like, and I don't know what it is about this year. I don't know if it's just an anomaly or if Hollywood has finally listened and like gotten their shit together and actually started making interesting things, because Project Hail Mary, Matt Walsh very in my opinion, accurately described it as, I mean, really being kind of a family film. And I would say the same thing about Sheep Detectives. Because again, there's that whole like murder mystery whodunit angle too. So it's like, it would keep adults engaged, but there's also that like Homeward Bound kind of vibe about it. I will be honest, as I was watching this movie, I was like, is this rated PG-13? Because there is death in it. There's nothing that I would call inappropriate in the movie, but there is death. And it's just like, we live in such a marshmallowy time that I'm like, I feel like they would be too scared to let the kids of today watch this, you know? And I had to take a piss break like halfway through the movie, so I went out and I just turned to look at the thing. I'm like, oh, no, it's rated PG. Okay, all right, cool. And I have to say, like, thank God. Thank God. There's death in this movie. There's some things that might upset like really little kids, you know. But if you come from the generation that watched Littlefoot's mother get killed, and you watched freaking Atreyu's horse, I forget his freaking name, sink into the bog of despair. Like, if you come from that generation and you made it out okay, your kids will easily be fine with this movie, okay? In fact, it'll probably build a little bit of character to actually have them watch something with death and actual stakes, you know, like in some philosophical value to it. Yeah, but very, very good movie. Very, I would say, heartwarming movie. It's fine for kids. There's absolutely nothing inappropriate in it, and again, that's kind of refreshing. It's not really even something that I, as I am now, would normally go out to see. Like I didn't really Sheep Detectives. I was like, oh, that looks funny, but I wasn't like, oh, dude, I got to run out to theaters to see that. It was really because, you know, my mom was like obsessed with the idea of going to see it. But I'm happy that I did. I really am. And the four of us, we had a great time watching it. So if you're looking for something good for your kids, you know, also if you want to kind of get them into that like sort of murder mystery thing, like in a very light, very mild, kind of benign way, this would be the way to do it, I would say. But yeah, Sheep Detective, pretty solid movie. Did anybody see it? What did you guys think about it? Let me know. Yeah, is there anything else that anybody would recommend to get your kids started on for like, you know, for like to crank it up a little bit, either like for a horror movie or for a mystery, or if you're trying to like sort of, you know, kind of scoot your kid into the deep end of the pool, what would you start with? Let me know. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching as per always. You're awesome. Consider subscribing. And that's all she wrote.